forest houses the coven.
The camera pans here, but it only pans about 1 pixel to the right. It's so small that it's hard to tell if it's even moving or not. I hope I'm not just seeing things. This enchantment table is clipping through this bookshelf, and it's like a lot of clipping. There's just a ton of clipping in general throughout this animation, so I'm gonna give it 10 cents off the bat. Nothing here has shadows.
You've heard of nothing from them since the undead reign.
Their eyes are pure white. Are they animatronics?
Isolated, and the danger that awaits you are unknown.
There's sponges on the wall. That's it. There's just sponges on the wall.
We have to take this risk.
And save you again.
The insides of their mouths have no shadows. The volumetrics coming from this white void are so intense. Wait, white void? Oh no.
What are you without a dragon tamer?
What is this thing right here on the wall? Why is his eye over his own hair? How come you took the time to extrude his armor but not his hair?
Silence.
His red eye glow is still showing even when the eye is closed.
More powerful foes than these walking corpses you speak of.
The edges of the characters' mouths never bend. They all have very minimal emotion.
We're more than capable of putting up a fight. Don't worry about us, sire.
What is going on with those swords? First off, the blade shouldn't be sticking up, as that'd be hazardous to anyone standing near him. If he just leaned forward, both of those Minecrafters would get decapitated. Secondly, the swords aren't even latched to him. Thirdly, the center of gravity of the swords implies that they're supposed to be latched onto his shoulders. Fourthly, the handles are massive. I'd understand if that was a two-handed longsword, but he has two swords instead.
But this time, I won't be held responsible for whatever happens to you, Dragon Tamer.
Characters' mouths occasionally flicker at their chin.
How many wounds is too much?
These walk cycles look so forced. Their heads shouldn't turn with their chests. People's heads move gyroscopically. The sky doesn't have any clouds, and judging by all the snow on the ground and on the trees, it looks like it should have just been snowing. This is literally just a default facial expression. Nothing here is moved. He doesn't even blink. Now that I think about it, all the characters in this don't blink except for on really large movements. For the simpler stuff like eye darts, the eyes aren't blinking. That's probably why the characters look so dead. Just simple little things like blinks can make or break the illusion of life. Also, the hair on the blue guy is indeed extruded, but it's hanging off his head slightly. You got it half right and half wrong. Watch out! Someone's trying to grief your castle! There's TNT inside! All the shadows are sharp shadows. Having that book follow you around seems very inconvenient. Is there no way she can just put that in her inventory? Foot sliding. Also no fancy feet. The color scheme here doesn't make any sense. The sky is purple, but the lighting is white, and there's blue fog? I think the scene is confused on what color it wants to be. The walk cycle and book stop super linearly. Is that a word? Linearly? Yeah, I don't care. The way they stop is linear. Ah! Green screen effects. Adding 5 cents for all the times green screen effects are shown throughout this video. The camera stops zooming when the transition starts. What is that plane doing below the campfire? Is that the light source? These smoke particles look like paper plates. This log he's sitting on is huge. Did we send inconsistent pixel sizes yet? If not, we're doing it now. These run cycles.
For something to cure.
There's literally no lighting at all on this skeleton.
To cure my weather.
The way the camera moves here is super odd. It looks like the camera is rotating around him, but it's actually rotating left, right, and then panning left again. Smoother camera movements could have made this shot look a lot nicer. This recurring lens flare on his eye looks really odd. If the source of the lens flare is coming from the pupil, it should glow from the entire mesh of the pupil, not from a point in the center of it. Instead of splitting into 2 parts, the arrow just disintegrates. Probably because the animator noticed that after cutting the arrow, there would just be 2 more projectiles hurling at his face. He jumps onto this log, but in the next scene he's just running? What was the use of jumping onto that log? Did he just need to stretch his legs? Stella's face is so overexposed here. What's even causing all this light? Is it the fire? If it's the fire, then why is it giving off a white glow instead of yellow? I don't see any other reason why there would be such bright white lighting. Unless there's another white void scene taking place off screen. This skeleton isn't animated here. I I know we already send all the green screen effects, but these green screen blood effects are also at a different frame rate than the rest of the video, making it even more distracting. The string on the skeleton's bow stays drawn back even when he's not pulling it. Also, flat particles coming off an extruded skeleton head. Also, there's a perfectly square-shaped hole in the skeleton's head. The colors emitting from these blasts don't match that of the green screen effects. These swords are glowing, but they aren't actually emitting any light. The sleeve holes here on Stella's sleeves are super small. There's a split here in Stella's long, luscious purple locks. You could have had a much better moment here if you had given her more of an impactful reaction. Simply raising her eyebrows half an inch doesn't really tug on my heartstrings much.
Help me, I need a light.
These splash effects look like something straight out of Gmod. The river is blurred out of existence here, but what really confuses me is why are there a few lake blocks that aren't blurred? What type of depth of field are you using? These blocks here aren't filling with water.
The soul wears my bones down.
My eyes are up here, thank you very much. These lights running across them from the trees above are super distracting. This is why soft shadows exist.
The vultures are circling
Stella runs backwards and then forward again. So does the book, and it's also super linear.
and my body's turning cold.
What the heck? What is this thing flying in the background? Is it a fly in front of the lens? Or is it Superman flying in the background? How does that even happen? These pages start falling off the book for the last few frames.
From the inside.
The grass blocks have an overlaid noise texture. This is not how you should detail a Minecraft animation. You should detail it with flowers or dirt or grass particles lying around, not completely abandon the voxel texture dimensions. Why even cut back to him if you're only gonna show him for 18 frames? Also, I just noticed that the girl has floating flat hair in addition to the properly extruded hair. Just do all the hair correctly. The camera switch motion blur causes Stella to turn into the Flash.
Taking you, taking you, taking.
Shouldn't a beware of sign be outside the danger zone? By the time you read that, it's probably too late. Thanks a lot, sign. Also, why are there diamond swords sticking out of the ground? Witches use spells, not melee attacks.
Taking you, take a little,
PNG clouds.
little more. Now my own heart doesn't feel anymore.
Whoa there, cowboy. Slow down those camera angles of the destroyed village. The whole plot centered around getting here. A scene with this much significance deserves slower pacing so that you can take in what happened here. The first few times watching this, I didn't even understand what this scene was about because of those rushed establishing shots. Speaking of not understanding this scene, the way this map was put together does not convey well that it's destroyed. If the buildings and towers are built by builders in Minecraft, it just looks like a Minecraft build. To make it destroyed looking, the building should have been manually destroyed in Cinema 4D. A rotated tower model in Cinema 4D would have immediately communicated to me that it's destroyed. Also, if the witches' heads have turned into skeletons, why is there still flesh on the body?
Searching along for something to cure.
This scared reaction could have looked a lot nicer if the mouth had opened, or at least just moved. Same with the eyebrows. Also, has Sans here just been waiting for decades until someone showed up so that he can make a dramatic appearance?
To cure my weather.
The giant skeleton dude somehow jumped sideways. The camera shake lasted way too long. There wasn't a meteor hitting the earth, it was just a dude hitting the ground. Oh cool, Skeletor has the power to summon Cinema 4D fire simulations from his hands. What? A circle in Minecraft? Hypocrisy. The fire is glitching through Stella's body. The skeleton's legs IK pop when kicking Stella. Wait. Oh, that's what I felt like we were missing. We forgot to sin all the IK popping in this video. 5 sins for the constant IK popping throughout this video. The top of her head has Z fighting. Wait, now her book is back? It was missing for like the last 10 seconds of the video. Jeez, Mr. Book, you sure would have come in handy earlier. This fire doesn't emit light. Also, this fire looks more like it has the consistency of lava rather than fire. The back of Stella's hair clips through her face. If the giant skeleton dude hasn't killed her yet, then this definitely would. The lighting flickers to black here. First off, we aren't given a reason to believe that she can summon a nether portal. Secondly, that nether portal looks broken, so there shouldn't even be a way for the portal to be active. Thirdly, the portal is summoned inside the ground.
Help me, I need a lifeline.
I highly doubt she would be able to stand after Sane's brutal lava attack.
Help me, I need.
How convenient. The perfect healing wither spell book was just sitting on a nearby log, not destroyed. Also, this paper just clips right through the book. I know we already send all the clipping in this video, but this is just too obvious. Also, this book's paper is frozen mid-flip.
Taking you to
So what, do all books just hover around this girl? It must be really annoying to readers when she walks into a library.
searching, I'm searching, I'm searching.
These pages are glitching through each other. I can't tell if this is because they were rendered as separate layers or because they're just clipping. Regardless, pages get us in.
Something to cure my withered heart.
So why not use that same magic to heal all your own wounds? No longer hovering book still hovers. So does the other one. In conclusion, this video is actually pretty decent. Rainimator has definitely improved on his animation and dynamics. He still needs to work on his lighting though. His lighting seems a bit boring often. It's not bad lighting, you can see everything in the scene pretty well, but the problem with the lighting mainly has to do with the environment lighting and the light bouncing doesn't seem natural. There were some odd models here and there, but none that really ruined the overall experience. Rainimator is definitely getting better, and I'm excited to see future content from him.